From the lively streets of London to the neon lights of New York, the GOLFZON World Championship takes center stage. Powered by GOLFZON, players are virtually transported to the mesmerizing El Camaleón at Mayakoba. Who will conquer the challenges of this captivating course carved in paradise? The battle for brilliance begins now on the GOLFZON World Championship. And before the action begins for this international matchup, let's take a look at our golf course, El Camaleón at Mayakoba. This Greg Norman designed masterpiece is as daunting as it is beautiful, Landon.
Yeah, it's just sexy. Well, let's just call a spade and call it what it is. The golf course is sexy.
It's tough to disagree with you there, Landon. We got lots of water, lots of really difficult tee shots and approach shots. Tee to green, this golf course is going to be playing very difficult. Thank you very much for tuning in with us today. My name is Emma Carpenter. I'm joined by my co-host, Landon Ashworth. Landon, what are you most excited for today for this international matchup that we got here on the GOLFZON Tour?
You know, I'm excited for the war between two continents. You know, if you think that America and the United Kingdom are the same continent, boy, you're probably from America.
Sure thing. If you think they're the same continent, you're probably wrong there, because this is an overseas match that we have today. The first team being from Brooklyn, New York at the newly opened GOLFZON Social location. Really solid team that we got for you here today. First up, Alexis Hiosh from New York. She first got into indoor golf because her boyfriend got her into it. Now she joins him on the team today. Placed top 3 at the New Jersey Women's Open. She is an absolute player, forced to be reckoned with today for Team New York.
Can't wait to see her pump some drives out there. She looks content with that driver in her hand. Oh, gorgeous. Look at that beautiful London skyline with whatever bridge that is. I don't know. I'm American. It's not from America, so it's not important to me. There's Mike Constantine. You wonder if he fights vampires. What got him into indoor golf? That terrible weather. And the golf room's being a 5-minute walk away. He says, I don't really like the sport. It's just convenient. Boy, that's classic Mike Constantine for you from foggy London town.
Back over in the U.S. East Coast, here is Michael Corbo. Michael Corbo first got into golf, because he's been playing golf for about 18 years, as long as he's been able to hold a golf club, he describes. He's also a competitive hip-hop dancer, and the accessibility of a weather-controlled environment, 24/7 golf is what first got him into it.
Boy, hide your attraction, folks. He's showing a little bit of belly button. This is Michael. I cannot pronounce his last name, and he probably can't either because he's from London. What got him indoor golf? The British weather. It's just absolutely terrible. Probably not on your bucket list of places to visit. Anything else he wants to share? When he's not playing golf, he's at the gym, the art gallery, or robbing toddlers.
And rounding out the team back over in New York, this is Ashlyn Ramsey. Ashlyn Ramsey she grew up in Augusta, Georgia, started playing golf at just 8 years old, had an older sister who was winning tournaments, and she was spending time with her dad on the golf course. She wanted to do the same thing. Now here she is playing in indoor golf. Living in New York City makes it tough to get to the golf course, so it gives her this opportunity. Back over to London.
My turn, Emma Carpenter. Enough out of you. This is Monte Holcomb. I don't know why I pronounce that with a Spanish accent. This guy kind of looks like Elon Musk. Try not to hold that against him because I bet he's not a billionaire. His favorite achievement in golf was a hole-in-one when he turned 4. Boy, Monty, good for you. Look, we're just going to go straight to the signature holes of the front nine, all right? Enough gobbledygook. It opens with a par 4. This is the hole number 1, and it is 438 delicious, sexy yards. Got generous fairway. Unlike my father, it's generous. And it's going to catch wayward drives, all right? Look at all those trees on the left and the right. All right, a hole number 5, it's par 5, 554 yards. You got water on the left. You got some trees on the right. You got some sand on the right. Boy, if you don't have eyeballs, you're in big trouble. Oh, man, is it sexy. You're going to need your strategic shot off the front because you got those long bunkers in play. Now we got hole number 3, or actually hole number 8. Sorry, that one was Emma Carpenter's fault. It is a par 3. The front placement is very important because that green will funnel golf balls right off it. Funnel it like my father's love right into the gutter, and I feel like that very, very handsome putt shot gets us off. Team London already making me hot with sexual activity.
Well, Landon, and New York is off and ready to go. Here is Mike Constantine.
Foggy London town getting ready to hit his very first shot. Established dominance. He had a little loop-de-doop swing, a little bit over the top, cast it from the top. He hits a high, towering, weak fade off the tee. That's embarrassing. You know, Team London right before the match said to me that they were going to go shabby sham on a lorry toppler. They said they were also going to go whisket tangler on a whisker biscuit. They said that they were half off Tootie Shabby's tumbler wonk, and they also wanted to ride the L all the way to Gravy Wump Wump. I have no idea what they're talking about. What in the world do British people say when they talk?
I was just going to ask you to translate all of that for me, Landon. I was hoping that you knew.
You know, I wish I could, but, you know, Wombly Tomp on whisker baskets, I have just no clue what I'm supposed to do with that. Elon Musk Light lines up his shot. Those shoes of his. Boy, are they shoes. Emma Carpenter, have you ever played golf barefoot?
I have played golf barefoot. I sure have. It's quite enjoyable, I would say.
Emma Carpenter likes the grass between her toes. Obi from Elon Musk Light. Embarrassing.
Yeah, definitely interesting, Landon. We saw a player from each team off the first tee out of bounds. First, Alexis Hios. And then from there, London as well. Alexis now to set up for her 4th shot.
Yeah, Alexis has a very, very nice pass through the golf ball. Reminds me of a player from Team Orlando. I just can't get out of my head. Absolutely beautiful movement there. Reminds me kind of you, Emma Carpenter.
Oh, well, thank you. I really appreciate that. Up over in London from the right rough, here is Mike Constantine. Excuse me, I may have said Constantine earlier, Team New York. That was Michael Corbo we saw tee off earlier. Corbo in New York. Here's Constantine in London. And that is Ashlyn Ramsey in New York.
I just love how you can see their golf balls split off in midair. Now, when these two teams are playing, they may be separated by a giant ocean, but you can see live action the golf balls from separate continents flying real time. That's what these Two Vision golf simulators, they are linked up over the internet. They are playing live a continent apart. Pretty dope.
It's really cool, Landon. If you think about the time difference, it's actually late night in London, I believe, earlier in the day in New York.
There's that moving floor plate. Over 64 different positions these floor plates from GOLFZON simulators will articulate, pretty much giving you any lie that you will face on the golf course, they will face it here on the sim. Very nice pass through the golf ball, just going to end up on the right rough, not in the hole as he was hoping. Beautiful little chip there. Very, very nicely done. Very tidy.
Team New York definitely looking to Ashlyn Ramsey to finish out this hole. Both Ashlyn Ramsey and Michael Corbo are going to be in fairly good shape for par.
Very nice up and down, and catches a little bit of zip on the whisker basket from Team London. A little shabby Shem. He said he was 6 and 7 until he shat on a turtle. I have no idea what he meant by that. That is just classic London speak. Oh boy. We got to pray for these people, Emma Carpenter. We got to pray for them.
Here's Mike Constantine. We saw a ball. His second shot out of bounds earlier. I cannot believe, Landon, how much the out of bounds has given these players trouble already. This is definitely a real tight golf course.
Well, certainly not a shot that either you nor I have ever hit. We like to keep our ball inbounds, but that's just the kind of girl that Emma Carpenter and I are.
It's the type of girl we both are.
That's right.
You're absolutely right. You are absolutely right.
You wonder if Team London not having a swing plate on the left side gives them a little bit of advantage because their screen is a little bit more centered. I know that I've actually been to this New York location. I directed a TV commercial for GOLFZON there. It was a very dope day. And
wow.
You have these off-center hitting screens. It can get in your head if you're not too used to it. Now you acclimate to it pretty quickly, but me, it just throws me off. Carpenter, does it throw you off at all?
Well, certainly. We just saw a par there from Michael Corbo. There are 3 Michaels playing today. We have a Michael Corbo, a Mike Constantine, and a Michael Liebram. You think you can... You got them all down, Landon?
Now I'm just going to call them all Mike. Great triple bogey there by Mike, and Mike steps up to the plate. Mike's going to try her best to get this ball deep down in the cup. We got Mike there from London. Going to roll that ball end over end and going to bury it. Very nice bogey from Mike. Mike steps up. Mike with the ball. Very nice par by Mike there. And beautiful dimples.
So that will be
from
a
Mike to Mike and another fist bump to Mike.
That will be a par for Team New York.
I love what this guy's wearing from London. Oh God, it's just classic English. Am I right? Sweatpants and a t-shirt.
Why not? He's real comfortable. He's real comfortable.
Emma Carpenter, are you wearing sweatpants and a t-shirt?
Right now?
Yeah, that right now, right this current second.
No, I'm wearing a blazer, same as you, Landon.
You uncomfortable?
No, not at all.
Nice triple bogey there from Mike. New York already 1 hole up after 1 hole. That is how math works. All right, Mike stepping up here from Team London with his sweatpants and Skechers. Look at all that OB left. Swings super underplane, and it is pushed out to the right and is going to get away with it. Nice swing there by Mike. Team New York, Mike is stepped up and ready to Mike the Mike.
This is Michael Corbo. You're absolutely right. And wow, how about that move through the golf ball?
Yeah, he's got a little bit of a reminiscent of kind of a Max Homa swing where he dips kind of down. Actually, it kind of reminds me even more of Ricky Fowler's swing before he got all of that work with Butch Harmon, and they tried to steepen out his downswing because he swung so flat. Now, a very flat swing means a very fast club head, but you do risk stabilizing that club face. Nice hit there by Mike. You know, Mike's just wearing the hell out of that dress. That is a J. Lumberg dress that is not an event sponsor. In the hazard. Now, Emma Carpenter, are you aware of the rules of golf when they're in the hazard? In the golf simulator, you can play the ball out of the hazard, but you can't ground the club. Does it give players the ability to choose to play it out of that junk?
It does, Landon. The only issue is that when you're in sort of a jungle, a forest, with how thick that is over there in those trees and those leaves, it's harder to get a gauge of where an open spot might be on the simulator. In person, maybe you would get a little better idea of a clear punch out, but on the simulator, it's just trouble all in front of you. It's usually a better idea to just take your drop, take your medicine, and move on.
Punch out reminds me of Mike Tyson's punch out, the 11th Mike of this match. Man, that is a bold approach by Mike in London. He's going to try to sky it over the trees. What? Does he get away with it, or did it hit the tree and it's going backwards? That is comedic as it is embarrassing.
Yeah, Mike Constantine it looks like both he and Ashlyn Ramsey hit the trees and ricocheted back. Neither one in great shape. I mean, it is just absolutely penalizing to find a hazard on this golf course.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal. That junk is thick. Thicker than a bread pudding. Nice pass through the golf ball. Just on a dead rope. Wish you probably would have aimed a little bit further left because Mike is in the rough. A team of two absolutely fantastic female golfers. You know, and they're going to have the length advantage because they will be playing from slightly more forward tees. But both of these females are wonderful strikers of the golf ball.
I don't know if it's called an advantage if that's what's fair, Landon.
Well, enough of you, Emma Carpenter. Turn your microphone on. More than a penalty for you. Mike hits the ball in the water. Oh, boy. I expected better at it. But Mike in New York hits the ball on the green. He is surprised that he was able to do it, proving his father wrong. He has made something of his life. Unlike me, I have been a constant disappointment to my family. Emma Carpenter, is your dad looking for a son to adopt?
Oh, well, considering he's just now finally off the hook in an empty nester with me gone on my own, I don't think he's looking to adopt anytime soon.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. I don't even know. I was just a beautiful approach there. Let's see if it'll stick. Oh, very nice. Very nice shot. And the golf simulator gives him that just big a nugget, just a little bit of encouragement my father never gave me growing up with the nice shot.
That was a beautiful shot there we just saw from Michael Liebram. Now stepping up Monty Holcomb after finding the water. That punch out was just a little bit too long. Chip from Ashlyn Ramsey runs up, and she's looking to get another up and down, this time not for par, unfortunately, as she put up a very clutch 4 on hole number 1 to help get the team win.
Would you rather have Team New York outfits or Team London outfits? Would you rather look like you're casual golf chic, or would you rather look like you're a line cook at Burger King?
Well, I would typically, I suppose, choose the casual golf chic for myself. However, if Team London shows up real casual and pull out the win, I think it's, in a way, a little bit of a power move.
Amen. Very tidy chip. Only 4 feet left from Team New York. The cool thing about GOLFZON Social is they have amazing food. They got music. They've got games. They have live hosting for a very big event space. It's really well spread out. One of the nicest indoor golf facilities that I've ever seen. They host parties, family game night, watch parties for big sporting events. GOLFZON Social, if you're ever in New York, is actually a really, really special place to be. I really, really like it.
I couldn't agree with you more. GOLFZON Social is unbelievable. It is so neat. So neat. I can't speak to the golf rooms in London because I have not been there, but now I just might have to.
Yeah, I'd be interested in seeing the London location.
Michael Liebram for his birdie chance.
Very nice.
And Michael Corbo in New York taps in for his par.
Sweatpants Magooch steps up, tries to roll it in. A 14-footer, but is going to miss it on the amateur side. Alley-oop. Up and in.
Alexis Rios for the par between her and her teammate Corbo.
Say it's all but assured that Team New York's going to pull off a win of the first 2 holes after 2. Just waiting for Mike from London. Go ahead and bury this little kick in. A par. He's able to get his par, but I don't think that that's going to be enough for them to claw back a hole.
That'll be New York 2 up after 2. Let's take a look at hole number 3. This is a short par 4, 389, 2 forced carries. May just be the most challenging hole on this front 9. Tight tee shot, and then the approach shot demands some serious precision, both with your dispersion and with your distance control. So let's see here. It looks like some players from Team New York and Team London may just need to clean things up just a little bit.
They're 2 up after 2 New York. Our scorecards powered by Golf Genius. Emma, who's your favorite golf genius?
My favorite golf genius. Good.
That should have been a kick-in. It's Landon Ashworth, but we'll forgive you for it.
I was getting there.
Mike pumps one out there in the center of the fairway. Second, Mike, just slightly off to the right side. Let's see if the line cook from Denny's can't go ahead and get a full meal slam and put this one in the short stuff. Been struggling off the tee today. That was a very nice move to the ball.
Very nice move from Monty Holcomb. He lost his one off the last tee just a little bit right, and looks like we will have the same miss again. Boy, is that penalizing to miss one of these fairways.
Gonna have to put that kitten back in its crate. Maybe go ahead and take the look at his driver and say, I forgive you, but you got to get out of my life. He needs to switch to a hybrid because, you know, when you're getting an OB right off the tee box, you are just screwing your team. Not in the good way. Am I right, Emma? Boy, we're just having some fun here. Big pass through the golf ball there from female Mike. Just palms one. 230 from the center cut.
Michael Corbo from New York, from the right rough.
A little split stance.
Got only about 153 yards. Well, here's Constantine already setting up, ready to go.
That left flared foot from player from Team New York, that allows him to have a much deeper turn through the golf ball. Cool thing, you're going to see an instant replay after he hits. The proprietary thing with the GOLFZON 2 Vision swing systems. And if you think that's cool, just wait till we get to the final match at the PGA show in Orlando, culminating in the $150,000 winner team takes all, because they are going to be playing on the newest iteration of GOLFZON simulators called the GOLFZON NX. Oh boy, was that one close. New York, it's a ringy-ding-dinger in there. A very tight, very handsome, very Mike.
Beautiful shot there that we saw from Ashlyn Ramsey. Here is Michael Liebram from London and Alexis Eos. I love her upright golf swing with high hands. She just went a little bit long, and Liebram, wow.
Fix it. Finally shows up to play a little bit of golf today.
Liebram had a birdie chance on the last hole, didn't close, but unfortunately his two teammates struggled a little bit on the second. Now here they are on the third, keeping it much more interesting. Wow, Alexis Eos just flips out that chip.
I saw Pan's very, very delicious touch.
Monty Holcomb for par.
This is on the amateur side. That is the second putt that Elon Musk Light has missed on the amateur side. When he started adjusting that aim, you see that little thing on the floor there in Team New York, that can adjust the aim of the putt, and he is just trying to putt them straight as opposed to accommodate for that break in the digital greens. You can see the digital little white lines moving right to left. That shows you the break of the green, so they should be able to account for that. But Team London not accounting for the break of these greens and not seeing very many putts fall. By not that many, I mean 0. Nice little bogey. Good save from where he was off the tee box. Team New York standing up there. Gonna try to make this putt. This is on the pro side. He hits it with a sledgehammer. 4 feet left. Same putt back as she had going in.
And here's Michael Liebram. There he buries that birdie.
Just 3 beautiful shots. Great drive, great second, great third. Goes birdie, bogey, net par from Team London. York just secures their par.
Looking like this will likely be a push on this hole with a par. 3 straight holes from Team New York. and the birdie bogey from London will tie.
Emma, it felt like on the tee box at number 3 after the Team New York's drives, it was going to be a Chipotle blowout. Maybe London does have it in them to start calling some back.
Definitely, Landon. And I think that just what we have seen from Michael Liebram out of Team London, he is without a doubt the ringer for this team.
They may be a ragtag group of misfits, but boy, oh boy, do they know how to swing a golf club. Let's look at the team from New York.
I picked up golf, I don't know exact age, but probably any time between like 5 and 8.
Whatever like the earliest ages that you're able to sign up for junior tournaments, I was playing in those. Was able to earn a college scholarship, played my way through college.
And I turned pro after my freshman year, competed professionally full-time for about 5 years, and now I live in New York City and compete part-time.
It's been a crazy ride. I didn't think at 16 years old that I would turn golf into a passion and a profession, and here I am.
I had a little bit of a struggle when I first stopped competing. Competing at GOLFZON has kind of helped me to find the fun in golf a little bit more. I, from the first round, fell in love with it, and it's been really fun to compete on the simulator now.
Coming into the first couple seeding matches, I was a little nervous coming into this indoor golf. Has definitely been an adjustment.
Indoors just seems to be my niche. I couldn't even tell you how many indoor rounds I have logged. I'm sure it is in the 200 range, if not more.
Oh, dude, you're at 1,000.
Yeah. Oh, you mean total? I'm thinking per year. I played a lot.
I practice a lot on the sim, and I practice as many days of the week as I possibly can on different courses and from different yardages. I'm pretty competitive, so I think I kind of get everyone going a little bit. I think a side of me has come out through this that I didn't know I had, that's a little more competitive and outspoken than I would have realized. We want to win, really bad.
Let's take a look. This is hole number 4, the par 3. It's a real short hole, but plays straight into the strong Caribbean breeze, making the club selection very important. You can see on the right part of the simulator, we get a gauge of green speed, we get a gauge of wind and wind direction. This is the breathtaking ocean hole. Clear views to the Caribbean. Let's see. This is Michael Liebram following up his birdie.
Emma, what is the wind speed on this hole? Two and a half miles per hour, blowing from left to right was the correct answer. Emma, you lost a point. Could this be a slam dunk hole in one? Gotta get a little right, and it's gotta get legs. First ball safely on the fairway. By fairway, I mean green. Great pass. And not close that club face. And hits it with the hammer of Thor past the green. A little loopy-doop in his swing. Nice little line drive heading right at the pin. Got to get back. Yeah, had enough English on it to keep it on the green.
Monty Holcomb, the only one on the green. Mike Constantine, I think still just barely on the green as well. Just short of that back fringe. And here's Ashland Ramsey.
You expect that out of just about all of these players. Are playing for $150,000. And, from 116 yards. Okay, there's a chip-in bird.
The birdie chip-in from Michael Liebram. He is on an absolute heater. My goodness.
Beautiful. You just see cups of tea absolutely everywhere and pints abound. Just wonder what time they're going to hit their biscuit lull in London and just lose energy. But right now, the pints are flowing, the tea is flowing, and the crumpets are pumping.
Now,
Team London
Libram,
is quoted as saying, "Basket swampy womper." I have no idea what that means.
Now, Libram is actually from Scotland. Was a rugby player, but unfortunately an injury and some ankle surgeries stopped him from playing rugby, and now he's picked up golf. You can see he's definitely just a natural athlete. That back-to-back birdie showing. Really impressive. And how about this? A birdie.
That's going to secure it for Team London. Oh, back-to-back birds. That'll deflate Team London just a little bit. They had the guaranteed win. One of these two players is going to have to make a birdie because Team London has two on the board right now. One with a chip-in bird, the other with a putt from downtown Judy Brown.
Wow.
Needs this to have the hole and cannot do it.
That'll be a bogey from Alexis Hios. This will be a must-make for Ashlyn Ramsey. What a turn of events. All of these players missing the green. Ashlyn really only hitting the good shot in, the most solid shot in by a landslide. And now here she is. This is a must-make birdie to have the hole.
So cool that these golf simulators are linked up. Oh, just misses it by the skin of their teeth.
Wow, love seeing the reaction there from Team London as well. How neat that these two teams, not only on different simulators, actually in completely different countries, and they can watch each other play on the screen in real time. It's a really, really special feature.
Everybody in Team London getting absolutely hammered, trying to forget the fact that they live in perpetual winter. Look at this, hole number 5. This is one of the signature holes, 554 delicious, handsome yards, water left, bunkers right, bunkers left, very thin fairway. It's a drawer's dream, and I'm talking Emma Carpenter. Can't draw them prettier or with a better swing. Gonna take a high, buttery draw to get this ball out in the center of the fairway with any chance of reaching that green in 2. I personally would use 9-iron pitching wedge on this one to get on in 2. Emma Carpenter, what clubs are you using?
Oh, you know me so well, Lynn, with that draw off the tee. 9-iron pitching wedge gets it done for you here, huh?
Yeah, I'm a skull a 9-iron and skull a pitching wedge all the way.
No kidding. Well, Lyndon, I think I would go driver and then 3-wood and try to get all the way to the green from 554 yards.
Gently caressing his driver for finally showing him the way home to Team London. That was his first drive inbounds today. Elon Musk right saying, "I don't need your golf ball. Get your trash out of my way. I've got bills to pay." He is going to try his luck with a 3-wood off the tee. I guess he doesn't trust his driver. 3-wood on a par 5. Bold, powerful, a power move. Bumps it out there nice in the fairway. Team New York might trickle out of bounds, but holds on.
Wow.
Terrifying.
Definitely fortunate that Ashlyn Ramsey's golf ball was able to just hold on by inches. Alexis Eos up, as well as Mike Constantine for the first time, Landon. We're seeing lots of balls staying in play off the tee.
Emma, you ever been to London, England? Foggy London town?
I never have.
Oh, does this one hold on? Man, Team London has been praying to the right God because they have almost had 2 straight balls go out of bounds, but both have hung on. Emma, I did not practice active listening skills. Have you been to London?
I have not, Landon.
Cards.
Have you been to London?
Oh, you betcha. I am a world traveler, Emma Carpenter.
Ashlyn Ramsey, Team New York, after we just saw her golf ball nearly travel out of bounds, and Mike Constantine, London, most recently saw his ball nearly travel out of bounds as well, or in the hazard, I should say. Both hitting from the exact same spot. Constantine stays in play. Ashlyn Ramsey just pushes this one over into the hazard.
The one thing you cannot do when there is OB is aim for the OB and not turn that golf ball over. It is just such a better high percentage play to play a cut and just take that junk out of bounds. Not able to do it. Great pass through the golf ball, just hammers one out there. I think she'll be safely on the green in 3 for her birdie putt after that 2 great golf shots.
And Michael Liebram, who is the ringer of this team, unfortunately just finds those long left waist bunkers. That will be a difficult third shot, but here's Monty Holcomb. He's coming off of his first birdie of the round on hole number 4. Let's see what he's got.
Oh boy, pushes the golf ball out to the right. You just cannot trust somebody who eats beans for breakfast, and that is probably everyone on the London team. A traditional English fare. Very nice shot from New York, who probably had some type of steak and eggs for breakfast, a real American breakfast, and they're on the green.
Landon, what is your breakfast of choice?
I'm not much of a breakfast eater unless I'm trying to get Swole Patrol in the gym. And then it's some type of protein yogurt washed down with some type of protein beverage. Absolutely relevant, delicious, sexy question from you, Emma Carpenter. When's the last time you carved a pumpkin?
Gosh, I couldn't even tell you. It's got to be at least 10, 15 years.
Missing out on one of the true joys in life, Emma Carpenter. New York hits the golf ball just a little bit too hard. Beautiful smile, though. Just happy that she's here and not in the ICU like some other people in the world. Don't know where I was going with that, Emma Carpenter. If you can follow my logic, you are a better man than me. All above his feet, able to counteract the torque offset of a golf ball above the feet. Normally that rips your golf club open, but he was able to square out that face and bump one up there. Team New York having a bit of a laugh. Not sure what they think is so gosh darn funny. I hope they are not reading pages out of my journal and having a bit of a snicker, because I guarantee you they will find some embarrassing passages in that. Team London stepping up there, put the golf ball in the sand trap. Gonna try to hit it over that tree. It's gonna take a real strong pass to get that golf ball up in the air. It's down.
Really not too bad from there from Liebram. Will likely still make par with his golf game. Now here is Ashlyn over in New York. Ashlyn will likely not count on this hole, as we saw her second shot find the hazard. He is from the back fringe. Looks to be a pretty good putt. Just slams the back part of the hole as Mike Constantine chips up and on pretty darn good.
Mike number 13 puts the golf ball on the short stuff and adjusts his view to play the slope of that green. Looks pretty darn dead straight. Let's see if you can't get a chip in here. This is where you're hoping to make it. 30-yard chip, straight into the green. Gonna pull a little bit left, it looked like.
Do you want to change the putt to chip if you're going to chip? Yeah.
Fist pump from Mike to Mike. You expect at least one eagle putt out of these people, don't you, Emma Carpenter?
Well, and all you got to do is ask for it, Landon, because here it is right here. Michael Corbo in New York for his eagle chance. He is going to go ahead and chip it. He's just right there on the fringe. He can do either one. This can be a chip or a putt. He's 47 feet away.
You think it's a bad choice to hit a chip here, Emma Carpenter, or do you think this is a person who just knows his game?
I think that if you feel good about a chip, you feel good about a chip. It's just all about what you feel the most confident in, for sure. And I would say, based off of that, Landon, it definitely wasn't a bad choice.
Well, he didn't make it, Emma, and that is the point of golf, to make them all. Try number 2 from Tim London. It is short but sweet. Gonna be leaving him with a 12-foot putt.
Here is Alexis Eos, just burns the high side. And Monty Holcomb for his birdie, just again burns the low side edge.
Monty's a handsome guy. Great bird out of Team New York. Gonna try to get back that lead. They want as many holes ahead of them as they can. Try to put this thing dormy early.
Landon, how would you say that match play really differs from stroke play?
Well, in just about every single way humanly imaginable, Emma Carpenter. Shocking that you would ask that question, being a golfer yourself. Now, match play is you just play hole by hole. You have 18 points on the board, up for grabs, but you can go dormy. What does dormy mean? I have no idea. Emma, can you explain dormy to me?
Well, dormy, Landon, is basically when your back is so against the wall that you need to win the next hole or else the match will be over. So, for example, if New York were to get in a situation where they were 5 up, they're up 5 holes and there are 5 holes left to play, that means London has to win all 5 of those remaining holes, one at a time, in order to keep the match going. That is what dormy means. You never want to find yourself on the wrong side of that situation.
The truth. Nice roll in there. Got a little 4-footer. Cleans it up.
And Team New York will win this hole. The par from London will not be good enough to the birdie par over in Team New York. New York will go back 2 up. GOLFZON Social in Brooklyn, New York. Here is hole number 6, the par 4, 416 yards, plays uphill, typically with the wind. As this golf course is constantly changing, there's the forest, there's water, there's all kinds of trouble. This one, little dog leg left to right, and if you can hit a good tee shot, you can leave yourself a real good approach opportunity.
Hole number 6 has the largest green on this entire golf course. See those deep canals at Mayakoba to the right of the green. Get closer to the green. Just a stunning hole of golf if you were there in person. Beautiful high towering fade from Monty. Team New York Very nice drive from Team London as well. A bit of a snap hook from Team New York. Hopefully that stays in bounds. It will stay in bounds. Emma, the chat is just lighting up with people wanting to know, are you a natural blonde?
Am I a natural blonde?
That's what the chat wants to know.
Well, I'm naturally a dirty blonde, but I brighten it up a little bit, Landon. Sometimes you just need a little bit of brightening in your life.
Isn't that the truth? Wish I would have had that growing up, just a little bit of light. But boy, oh boy, was it dark. Another snap hook out of bounds from Team London. They just cannot find the drivers today. You know, the cool thing about match play, unlike stroke play, is you can play a little bit more defensive in match play. So you just can watch what these other teams are doing to determine what you want to play. Do you want to just go ahead and hit 4-iron? You know, you could do that when you can see the live view of your other team golf balls off the tee. You know, if I'm thinking, all right, first two players hit OB, you know, regardless, I'm just going to go ahead and keep this one in play, and par is a good stroke or a good score. That was a dumb thing for me to say. Good stroke. What in the world? Oh boy, I'm like Team London, just getting sauced off a tee and trumpets.
Oh, well, I forgive you, Landon. That's no problem at all. I completely agree with you. I think you're making a very good point. That's something that's really unique about this feature. Oh, the bounce off the cart path and into the hazard. That's never any fun to watch. But I agree, Landon. If you know that par is going to win you the hole, there's absolutely no reason why you shouldn't just play really safe and make sure that you keep the ball in bounds.
Nice buttery cut from Team New York, and as you know, Team London has hit 2 separate golf balls out of the bounds of the playing surface of the golf course. Team London all but assured to be swamped on this hole. They might go ahead and be 3 down after this one. They're going to need a miracle pull upon miracles. I don't know. Emma, why in the world just can't you talk clear? Holy goodness! They just got their miracle pull and hit one super close.
Landon, I don't know what a miracle is, but if I had to guess, I would say that is one.
I would definitely say if that thing existed, they just found it. Look at that beautiful animatic. Team London, you could see, I think that was the Amazon River and Big Ben. Beautiful animatic there. Transitioning us from city to city. They are playing live, continent apart on GOLFZON Simulator.
And another phenomenal shot from Team London, but is it too little too late is the question, Landon.
Might be that is going to be for their bogey, I believe. But I don't know, Emma. I sure haven't been paying attention.
Well, it's just we have a couple of birdie chances, and then we have a couple of what will be a double bogey putt. Michael Corbo up to play. This will be for birdie, but from 47 feet, while here is Michael Liebram.
This is on the pro side by a half a foot.
As Corbo sets up for his birdie putt, we have a birdie putt from Monty Holcomb, and he drains it over in London. Monty Holcomb, drains that birdie, but I'm not sure that it will be enough, as Libram will be putting for double and Constantine will be putting for bogey. Here's the putt from Corbo. He's eyeing it down. And wow, very, very good pace on that 47-footer.
Team London's going to need to eat at least one biscuit, 2 crumpets to get their mojo back.
Well, they finished up with their score being even par with that bogey birdie finish. This hole will likely be a push.
Emma, you ever ridden on a motorcycle?
You know what? I never have, Landon, but I presume that you have. You world traveler, you risk taker, you spontaneous person.
Yeah, you bet. This is on the am side. Could not get it to curl in. Actually, that was the pro side, wasn't it? Oh, this is the right to left breaker. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Beard Magooch mentioned that he had looped up this morning because he is finding some chafing and she is not able to bury it. That golf ball chased the lip but did not chafe the cup. Nice par by Team New York.
Well, Landon, with those 2 missed putts that we just saw from Eos and also from Ramsey, New York will actually lose this hole with the par bogey finish.
That is embarrassing when your playing team, the team you're playing, gets 2 golf balls out of bounds off the tee box, and they end up winning the hole. That is deflating.
Mike, and Monty here to play in the first round of the GOLFZON Tour in the golf rooms in London. Let's take a closer look at this team.
Very young, I think I was about 5 or 6. My parents got me a set of little plastic clubs and I kept hitting them around the house. I started 6 years ago playing outdoors. I got quite good quite quickly. So my first year I got to single figures. The second year I got to 3. I lived not too far away. I signed up and then we held some qualifiers. Managed to sneak through in a play-on.
I've been playing golf for a long time, about 37 years, almost 40 years, I guess. I'm but a long way the oldest, I think, and from what I've seen on the teams we've played against, the same. So yeah, I get a bit of experience. I mean, I haven't played competitive golf for probably 30 years, so for me it's a hobby now. So
I've played a lot of competitive golf, so I know what it's like. Just thought it'll be fun to enter something like this. Sort of it's the team aspect really, and you've got people come together who want to play well and good atmosphere, relaxed, but I mean competitive at the same time.
I didn't think it would be as competitive as it was, and then we played our first game. We had a few people here, and yeah, I was very nervous. I think the competition element, playing against the other centres, it's up there with playing outside, if not more so, because it's so quick. You don't get time to sort of sit and relax. Just been really enjoying it.
Boy, Team London is finding a second wind. Emma Carpenter, if you had to travel anywhere in the world to golf, where is your least favorite place to go?
Oh, wow. I thought you were going the other direction with that, Landon. Gosh, my least favorite place to play golf. I don't know. I would say probably somewhere freezing cold in the dead of winter, but one of my favorite places to play golf that I have not been yet, but my place I would love to go to play would actually be Scotland, where Michael Libram is actually from. But while we wait for the action to resume, let's look at hole number 7. Here's another par 5, 554, brings you back into the protected mangroves of Mayakoba, bordered on the left by one of the signature canals. This hole plays right to left just a little bit, medium-sized green that's tucked directly in front of the Fairmont Mayakoba. It'll likely be a 3-shot hole.
Did we see a little cenote right in the middle of the fairway? Looks like this fairway has a cenote right in the center. What is that? Is that just a giant guarded bunker or a straight up cenote?
Tough to tell. It looks like it may be just a really deep pot bunker. But hopefully none of these players have to find out the hard way.
Well, I hope they do. I want to see these people struggle. If somebody doesn't cry before the end of this match, I would say that the competition didn't get muy caliente enough. Great pass through the golf ball. See if it can't hang on to the fairway, and it is in the second cut, but still better than OB. Emma, how in the world did Team London get that hole? I mean, what in the world?
I don't know, Landon. I tell you what, it's definitely not what we were expecting. That was actually a crazy up and down that we saw from way back in the fairway from Mike Constantine to make bogey, and then his teammate rolled in a quiet birdie. We were too distracted by all the other craziness that was going on with all the other players, and just like that, they play the hole even par and win the hole.
Not gonna lie to you, Emma Carpenter, going into this matchup to create the seed for the tournament, they played a full season of matches against all the different cities, and Team New York was a much higher seed going into this match against Team London. They thought that this was going to be a swarthy, steady baby spanking, as it were. And it turns out that they're actually in for a little bit of a match. So we're seeing a little bit of tensions rise at a Team New York who just thought that they were going to come out of here, face push a kid out of their way and take their Christmas candy. But as it turned out, London, in classic fashion, pulls out their switchblade and said the baby had a knife the whole time, and we're ready for a fist fight.
Well, why not, Landon? I think that what that is really a testament to is that Team London, we've actually seen 4+ birdies out of them. We've seen 2, maybe 3 birdies from Libram, as well as 2 birdies from Monty Holcomb, when we've only seen 1 cumulative birdie from Team New York. So Team London, the highs are highs, the lows are low. So, and they've been ham and egging it really well.
Well, I just love ham and eggs. As long as that ham is in the form of bacon. Gonna have to hit a really high, tasty shot here to keep it in bounds. Now, this shot right here is one of the very first shots that we've seen in a very long time go straight. It's fun to see a golf ball go straight for one. The team's got to get the train back on the tracks. I'm autistic, and I happen to love trains. Emma Carpenter, what's your favorite locomotive?
I don't know if I have an answer to that question, Landon. Lots of...
well, and that makes a complete fool out of you.
Why were you asking about motorcycles earlier?
Oh, just back to the action, Emma Carpenter. Team London hits a very nice shot there on the green. That guy might go ahead and get a smooch on the lips from his other teammates. And we're going to see if old Mike Mikerson can't get that ball to hook around those trees. We are able to get that ball up and around the trees. See the live view of Monty's shot there, getting on the playing surface. Looks like the love child of Elon Musk and Elon Musk. ball below the feet on Team New York, puts the ball into the rough lie. Really cool thing that separates GOLFZON simulators from other simulators on the market. It will replicate the lie, just about basic a lie on the golf course, not only from ball above, below your feet, but also the playing surface you play from. Let's see the competitors do that, you suckos.
Oh, beautiful shot we saw there from Constantine. Now here's Monty Holcomb. This is in his 4th shot. This will be for birdie from 22 feet. It looks good and just burns that low side.
And it brings up a very important question. If you were out on the golf course and there was a male in the beverage cart, would you be upset or happy?
Why would I be upset?
I don't know. It's just a traditionally a female role.
Well, I don't see why there couldn't be a male in the beverage cart and the women are playing out on the golf course.
Boy, that's just kooky upside down world from Emma Carpenter. You must be hitting the devil's lettuce. Great pass on the golf ball from Team New York. See if that thing can't stick. Oh, rolls through the green. I like London's putter. It's pretty darn cool.
Mike Constantine, he's going for his first birdie and he cans it. Buries the first birdie of the round for himself personally, and a real solid score for Team London on this par 5-7.
And in typical London fashion, teammates don't even look at him or acknowledge his presence after that birdie. Stiff upper lip, keep on and carry on. The birdie's in the whisker basket, and we got ahead and shabby shum on the Lorry Town. And London gives nothing to their teammate, jars that bogey. New York getting frustrated. Competitions getting hot and heavy. Like things did in the backseat of my 1992 Dodge Stratus in high school. Just kidding. I was a virgin well into my 30s. Team New York wipes off the face of his putter. He has to make this a push. And just like that, he's going to probably miss this 20-footer and go a hole down when they were almost guaranteed to win. This might be a little bit of a shocker. Does not fall. Doesn't know why it didn't fall, but it's actually a very low percentage shot. So I'm not surprised whatsoever. I called that one from a mile away. Is going to go ahead and tap this in and loop the hole. I believe. Oh boy. A 3-putt. That's embarrassing.
And with that birdie par from Team London, it's looking like Team New York will lose this hole yet again. Let's take one more look at that birdie that we saw from Mike Constantine. 11.5 feet about, and just center cut, rolls it right in to secure the win.
The golf ball's back into the slot for that ball returner. He is standing there in quiet anticipation. Teammates give him absolutely nothing but the cold shoulder. Classic English. Oh, you just wonder if their parents hugged them growing up. My guess is no. Now we are on hole number 8, a short par 3, 151 yards. Should be a nice sand wedge for this team. Very large green. If their ball doesn't find the playing surface, they should go home alone and cry into their pillows. Emma, what is your favorite pillow?
Did you say my favorite pillow?
Yeah, you betcha, Emma Carpenter. It's a question on everybody's mind in the chat box. They say, what pillow does Emma Carpenter sleep on at night? Because that is a pillow that I would like to own myself. Could this be the first hole one of Golf Zone? No, it cannot. Could this be the first hole in one on Golf Zone? Also no, but safely on the playing surface.
Well, Landon, my favorite kind of pillow is a nice Tempur-Pedic pillow that has been broken in. I don't think it gets much better than that, but here is Monty Holcomb and Ashlyn Ramsey both stepping up. Monty from 146, Ashlyn from 130.
We are 3 matches into this $150,000 prize for winner take all, culminating in the final match at the PGA show in Orlando. And we haven't seen a blowout yet, and we were at least supposed to see one by now. Team New York is pissed off like a cougar trapped in a cage with a lion. I don't know if you understand that metaphor if you're not into big cat culture like I am, but trust me, that is one pissed off tiger.
Landon, I think that just goes to show how interesting match play really keeps things. While these players have been seeded accordingly based on their cumulative aggregate stroke play scores, when it comes to match play, anything is possible.
Right, anything's possible if Tiger Woods has a putter in his hand, and anything is possible in match play. Father always used to tell me growing up, nothing is possible for you, but boy, oh boy, are we trying to prove him wrong.
Ashlyn Ramsey.
Oh, sure. He says, finally, expects that out of herself. And I think that Team New York does expect that. They are the higher ranked team than London, and they maybe they just needed that little bit of answers right back. Let's see if his teammates shake his hand or touch him. No, absolutely no love from the British babies. Man, Team London, they don't know what physical affection looks like, smells like, or tastes like, we hope. But they are not able to give any positive encouragement to their teammate who just Dranoed a birdie from about 7 miles away. A very nice par from Team London. Team New York doesn't get it to drop, just 1 foot short.
Wow. We've seen it before from Team New York celebrating just a little bit too early. Right there, that'll lock up their 1 under par score. Remember, the lowest 2 scores are counted, so this will be 1 under par for Team New York. And up with the birdie chance is Michael Liebram in London. If he sinks this, the hole will be over.
No,
and he does.
Wow. Let's see if anyone touches him or makes eye contact. Absolutely not. Do not be proud of yourself. You are English, sir. No eye contact, no handshakes, no hugs, just a what did you expect? You're from London. Here's your biscuits and your weak tea with just a splash of milk.
Wow. Well, up first, Mike Constantine, who just needed the click back-to-back birdies, and Team London will take their first lead of the game. This is hole number 9, the par 4, 462, plays uphill with the wind. This hole moves just a little bit left to right. Good drive will leave a shorter mid-iron into the largest green of the golf course. Those are the deepest canals at Mayakoba over there to the right part of the green. Definitely don't want to find out just how deep those are.
I would like to find out how deep they are in my career. I will bring a yardstick and a hot glue gun and just see if I can't make it happen.
Here's Ashlyn Ramsey coming off of her birdie.
Emma, if you were on Team London, would you give your teammates a hug or a high five or anything for a birdie, or would you just ignore them and pretend that they don't exist?
Well, I sure would, Landon. My love language is physical touch. I would certainly give a high five or a fist bump or a hug of some sort, but no, I guess Team London just means all business.
Oh my goodness, Emma Carpenter, you have the live chat absolutely exploding saying, prove it. Looks like you got some fans out there that would like to test the theory of whether or not your love language is physical touch, because they would like to shake your hand and touch your lightly saturated hair of Dewdrop Melon Kiss, her favorite shampoo. Ladies and gentlemen, Emma Carpenter with just a touch of blonde and an absolutely radiating smile. Emma Carpenter, back to you in the booth.
Well, I thank you for the kind words, Landon. I'm not sure where you got that shampoo brand, but
just a lot of mediocrity out here, but a lot of flashes of brilliance as well.
I think that what's really separating Team London is the way that they're performing on the greens. It has been extremely impressive, the way that they have just been rolling in putts. We've seen a couple of 3 putts from Team New York. Heat of green, New York's definitely a little bit more consistent, but London is showing up when it really matters.
The thing that's really impressing me from Team New York is the way that she takes back the golf club and sets her wrists really early, but doesn't cross the line at the top of her backswing. Just shows you that she has some rock solid fundamentals.
That's sure true. I love the way that she gets those hands up really high. You can tell she's got a lot of speed. Lots of different moves we're seeing from these players, but at the end of the day, you got to do what works, and we've certainly seen some things work for all 6 of these players here today. Just very up and down, I would say, Landon.
She has some beautiful footwork. You're going to watch. She loads into that right heel. Now just watch how she twists her feet through the golf ball, generating so much club speed with her lower body. When we get to the PGA show in January with that final match, we're going to be on that NX system that I had mentioned earlier. And there's going to be a pressure plate in the floor where you can just see just exactly how players generate power through the golf. Are they swinging with their arms and real handsies, so it's hard to control that club face, or are they making golf swing with their big muscles and just keeping that club head square? I can tell you right now, the only thing that New York is facing is just a dreadful lack of syncing up their lower body with their upper body. London is just relying on their flat stick. to save them and get them out of trouble. London needs to just start squaring that club face, getting back to fundamentals.
Hi, Landon. Have you ever thought about coaching some private lessons?
I would rather drink battery acid, Emma Carpenter.
Well, perhaps you could at least give me a couple of lessons.
Oh, Emma, let us not forget the test shoot in Chicago, where I caught a case of the SHANKS. You have never had the pleasure of seeing me play good golf on anything other than the Instagram. And speaking of Instagram, ladies and gentlemen, don't be afraid to follow Emma Carpenter on Instagram. She is a great follow, a winning personality, and an absolute warrior spirit, having defeated at least 3 mountain lion in the past 2 calendar months. Great golfer and even greater fighter of mountain lions. Team New York trying to get that ball to drop from 5 scary feet away, and is able to capitalize on that sexy par. Oh, and a little bit of a hat tip. On an imaginary hat, unless I'm going crazy, Carpenter, does the Emperor have new clothes, or is she actually wearing some sort of invisible hat?
I don't think that the hat is invisible. I think it was maybe more of a gesture. Perhaps she forgot her hat at home, Landon. Could be a number of things, but either way, she was thanking the crowd for their applause, and they showed each other that support that you have mentioned. That Team London just seems to be a little bit of the opposite. They just seem to be all business today.
Emma, when you're on the golf course, do you ever play in a hat, or do you just say nothing touches this beautiful hair of mine?
I typically actually always play with a hat whenever I compete. Competitive golf, I feel like I need the hat, otherwise the sun gets in my eyes a little bit too much. I'm used to seeing the top of that brim too, so it's an adjustment when it's not there suddenly.
And do you ever wear sunglasses?
I never have. I've thought about it, but because I would get headaches on the golf course from all the sweating. But otherwise, no, I have never worn sunglasses. Have you?
You just gotta sit back and appreciate Team London's beautiful putter work. The mood is back to white in New York. They're trying to dance the night away. 2 bogeys in a row from Team London, and that is not going to secure the hole for them, I don't believe.
And just like that, Team New York gets the hole back, much needed to get this match back to all square. Let's watch that drive again from Alexis Eos. You can just tell with her body movement. Love how comfortable the golf club is in her hands. Little waggle and just release, let it go. Big muscles, like you said, Landon. What do you say?
I would say she is a beautiful striker of the golf ball. Wonderful footwork, wonderful lower body work.
If musicals freak you out and you're in New York City, you might want to go ahead and check out GOLFZON Social in New York. It's got food, it's got golf, it has everything. So let's go ahead and take an inside look at GOLFZON Social.
Started with GOLFZON back in 2019 when we opened our first facilities. Now we're up to 3 facilities in New York, plus our 1 in Connecticut. And it's just been growing, and we're really excited about it. We really learned from our first space, which was smaller and much more simpler, that the customer base and the demographics was crying for more. They wanted a more involved, exciting, and engaging experience, including the sports bar. We really developed and kind of sculpted these spaces to match what each particular location is looking for and our demographics there.
One of our key focuses in the vision for developing this space was to give it a Brooklyn sense of place. We wanted to execute that vision with our food menu, with our drink menu, and more importantly, with the hospitality.
And then what really is the overall goal of a golf simulator facility, which is to create a fun, engaging atmosphere that's inclusive of golfers and non-golfers, and just create an environment where we can grow the game
really provide a safe space that they can come in, have fun, maybe pick up a club for the first time. And just to see a new target demographic start picking up the game of golf has just been absolutely phenomenal. I think the golf game right now is absolutely exploding in terms of popularity.
There's not more land popping up. There's tons of more golfers in the market, and we're starting to see some of the inventory levels really drop for people who want to play green grass. And so this is an opportunity for us to create more room for golfers without needing to go out and build a new golf course and have this major lift to do that. More access to the game of golf and competitive golf is a great way to grow the entire sport.
Being a part of growing the game, I think, is such an amazing phenomenon for us.
We are now on the back nine. This is hole 10, a par 3, a long 200-yarder. You'd think that it was made by Pete Dye, but certainly not. This is a different golf course designer by the Shark, Greg Norman, who is running the Live Golf League right now. He and Jake Moynihan are said to set up a new boxing match soon on UFC. Will be going into fisticuffs. 2 men will enter, only 1 will exit. Match to the death, just like we have between London here. Emma Carpenter, are you freaked out by Australians?
Not personally, no.
Sure. Why would you be?
We are all square going into this back nine.
Emma, if you were driving your car to the golf course and B happened to be in the car, would you freak out?
I would, Landon.
Thank you. Oh, as beautiful as it was appetizing. Look at that high buttery cut sitting safely on the fringe. Should be an easy up and down for par from Blondie McNutterbutter. Lexus, now we're gonna see how she loads into that right hip, squats down, releases the energy out into the left, keeping her hands low on the downswing. She's able to square up that club face. Her misses are either going to be on the left or right side of the green, and that is the key to golf for those of you at home that refuse to get a coach limiting that miss. Now watch, I bet she's gonna put this within probably 5 feet maximum away from the cup, or maybe in. Did I call it?
Wow.
Or did I call it a birdie? Now, this is a team that knows what intimate physical contact is like. High fives from everybody, a wave to the crowd, saying hello to her admirers.
Well, what a call that was by Landon Ashworth right before the chip. 5 feet max. Perhaps could have said 5 inches and still would have been correct. A really impressive chip there from Alexis. That will likely lock up this hole for Team New York.
Yep, from Team New York, 2 really nice hits. So they're probably going to go birdie par. This one doesn't hole out. Could be cool to see 2 hole outs in a row, but Team London, you can put them down, but you can't put them out because they have just been making everything with their putters. Gonna pull up short, but miss on the side. Doesn't drop, but that's all right. I don't think Team New York with their net birdie par is going to hurt them all that bad.
Well, actually, Michael Corbo will need to roll in his 6-footer to lock in his par. for Team New York. Alexis already in for her birdie, and now Ashlyn is going to make actually a double bogey. But Team London not doing a whole lot better. This is an important putt for New York. If Michael Corbo rolls this in, it will be game over on this hole.
I think he can do it, and he does. Secures the win for Team New York, and just like that, after 2 holes, a 2-hole flip from 1 down to 1 up. Let's see this replay of the chip in birdie. Nice lower body movement, keeps those hands still, and the golf ball just rolls on the back side. A pivot, a high five, a little physical contact, a hand up in the air, a slam dunk, and we are on to hole number 11, par 4, 360. Boy, that's an intimidating drive, right, Emma Carpenter? How would you feel about just sand 100 yards straight ahead of you?
Definitely. It's definitely an intimidating drive given look how tight and narrow that fairway gets up by the green. With this being a shorter par 4, I do presume that a lot of these players will want to get really aggressive and pull driver, get as close to the green as possible. But with that comes risk. So it'll be interesting to see what club choice these players will go with. Michael Liebram up first in London. He will pull driver. And then Michael Corbo over in New York choosing iron. Like I said, Landon, definitely a hole where it's you can approach it any type of way.
It is a strategic golf hole. As you see that fairway really narrowing. But you know what some pros say, you can hit your safe club out of bounds. Go ahead and hit driver. On the PGA Tour, you can gain a stroke and a half on the competition in just about every tournament if you driver off the tee and hit it at least 320, which is why you're seeing a lot of pros opting to skip some of their short game practice and try to get that club head speed up. You got Phil Mickelson, you got Bryson DeChambeau, you got Ricky Fowler, you've got me, all just trying to get that club head speed up and trying to overpower these modern golf courses, which is why you saw Augusta National extend multiple tee boxes. Luckily, they're not hurting in the wallet because they are buying up property left and right. Now is a good time to own property around Augusta National Golf Course because you can just dry. Ashlyn Ramsey grew up on Augusta National. Started playing golf at the age of 8. You know, you got everybody just desperately wanting to know, who do you think is going to win the GOLFZON match today between Team London and Team New York?
I personally think that Team New York has just been a little bit more consistent than Team London. I think that New York is going to pull out the win today, currently 1 up, but I think that anything is possible. I know that I keep saying that, Landon. I think that personally, Team London, you can never really count them out. They've definitely made a lot more birdies here today, so we'll see. How about on this hole, Landon? This short par 4, we've already got a couple of birdie putts from Mike Constantine and from Michael Corbo, one from each team. What do you think is going to happen on this short par 4?
I think Team London is going to push, and I don't think there's going to be any handshakes or eye contact in the entire team. Just my dream of no eye contact, but you know, Team London, that's all they know. You know, a typical London parent barely looks at their child anymore. But that's just the way that the cookie crumbles out there in the British Isles in the foggy old London town. Back to you, I'm in the booth.
Oh, Landon, here we got an interesting shot. Ball way above the feet.
Whoa,
for
that
Monty
is
Holcomb.
Looney Tunes.
Ball way above the feet for Monty. Definitely, you can tell this green is just very undulating, very quick, pitched back to front, and also right to left. All of these players from behind the green, or from behind the hole, excuse me, are going to have a quick downhill left to righter. And just like that.
Carpenter, has anybody told you that you are stunning today?
Oh, well, why, thank you, Landon. I really appreciate that.
That is one compliment that Team London has never heard in their single life. Boy, oh boy, this is the team just struggling for intimacy. Monty stands up, and I have a feeling that this is going to be 4 feet short. 4. Who was going to be short? Didn't think it was going to be that short. He's facing a tough uphill putt. Matt readjusting for the undulation. Short and misses on the amateur side and Team New York.
Wow.
Short. They cannot pace this green out. Look at the undulation. That is just bonkers. They must have put this hole on some sort of ancient Indian burial mound. You wonder if you make a birdie, if you're going to be haunted by some sort of native ancient American spirit. Caw, birdie drops in. Physical contact from just about everybody in the crowd. You love to see it.
Wow, very, very well done from Team New York. It's not over for London.
Look at those guns. I am hot as hell. Good for you, Michael. Staying in the gym. And swing this one in.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh, how about that? There's a fist bump, Landon.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. The 11-foot putt for birdie from Mike Constantine. Like we mentioned, just this green is pitched incredibly right to left. If you lose it left and off the front part of the green, it is gone. Now Mike Constantine, who had 11 feet for birdie, now has 28 feet for his par. They went from going nail in the coffin, winning this hole, to now they're going to be grinding to have this hole.
Short and sweet. Oh, they love it. They love this momentum shift. Americans know how to give affection freely. Just go to ASU into any kegger party, and trust me, you will be going home with someone. Americans know how to touch.
Wow. Just like that. It all came down to one putt, and Team New York is now 2 up, heading into the 12th, the par 4, 451 yards. Very long par 4. It might not have any bunkers, but it plays very difficult, typically into the wind. From the back tees, this hole is just incredibly long. A wider fairway, which is good for these golfers here today. We've seen a few wayward drives, but the terrain on the right and the left actually does feed golf balls back to the middle as well. So the raised green is small, so I think that off the tee, that won't be the issue. It will be all about the approach shot to this elevated green.
Well, you know what we have just seen? We have seen a 4-hole swing. To the best of my knowledge, I've only been paying light attention, been trying to get some last-minute Black Friday deals, have all kinds of Amazon pop-ups in the background. and doing a little bit of Black Friday holiday shopping. Only been paying light attention, but I have a feeling that what we've seen is London go from 2 up to 2 down over the course of 4 holes. Emma, have you been doing any Black Friday shopping during this telecast?
I personally have not, Landon, but did you see any good deals?
Oh, you bet. I picked up a blender from Black & Decker, discounted from $39.99 all the way down to $32.99. And also, I picked up a very warm pair of insulated heated socks. And also a present for you, Emma Carpenter, that I will be giving you on Christmas morning. Ladies and gentlemen, a very nice drive we see out of Team London. Emma, have you ever made Christmas cookies in a some sort of festive holiday spirit?
I have, Landon. Christmas cookies are one of my favorite things to make. Is your gift to me something related to baking Christmas cookies?
Boy, that would give away the surprise. Team London eyeing up a beautiful hybrid off the tee. This might be a hook, or it might be that. A big, high, buttery putt. OB behave, says Austin Power in the hazard. Luckily, it didn't hit that giant rock outcropping and shoot comedically out to the right into the OB. You know, you wonder when the underdog somehow gets ahead. You know, what happened and why is it that the favorite is able to come back? You know, it just happens in sports so often. Tiger Woods is famous for his comebacks. So you wonder if nerves is the wild card or what? Emma Carpenter, can you share your experience being the one true competitor between the two of us as hosts? What is it about the underdog getting ahead where they lose it at the end almost every time?
Yeah, I think that's a really insightful question, Landon. I think that at the end of the day, in all sports, there's always a little bit of, not only is there a little bit of luck involved, but there's also just the nature of having up days, having down days. But at the end of the day, I think that what makes the great players great is the ability to win. It is the ability to, when it all comes down to it in those final moments, to figure out what it takes to win. And sometimes it might not be pretty, sometimes it might be ugly, but that's what really separates the great players. It's what separates the good from the great. In golf, we all know that you can have up days and down days, but how is it that the best players win every single time, regardless of if they had a bad day? It's that it quality. It's that special factor of what makes them so good, is that ability to rise to the occasion.
God, Emma, I was not expecting that to be such an insightful question. I apologize to the viewers out there. Emma, do you think aliens exist?
Yes.
Dope answer. Very nice, tasty, buttery, soft-handed chip there, leaving a 6-foot par putt. Just pure uphill. You can see from the temperature map on the green read there, red being the highest part of the green, and all the way down to the lightest blues being the lowest part of the green, and both of these putts are just straight uphill.
Michael Corbo really taking his time on this 36-foot birdie putt to read every single bit of information that these GolfZone simulators have to offer in regards to his birdie putt. Let's see if he learned anything.
Very nice speed. Emma, do you want to leave yourself just a little bit more uphill of a putt, or do you want your comebacker to be downhill?
Well, you know, it gets a little difficult because past a certain point, you're probably not thinking as much about needing to get the ball to the hole. I would say till about 25 feet, you want to always at least give it a chance. You never want to leave it short, but once you're nearing out to over 30 feet, anything inside a 3-foot circle is pretty darn good. And if it is uphill, that usually actually leaves you a little bit better of a chance or easier comeback putt.
Come back and putt are the words that you never want to hear from your teammate when a ball is dropping. And let's see if either of these competitors are able to get their balls to drop. A real slick right to left breaker. He's going to have to come back and putt, and she's going to have to come back and putt.
Ashlyn Ramsey, we've seen just a little bit. Her teammates are pretty locked in with the speed control. She hasn't has not quite got it dialed into that level. Mike Constantine burns the edge now with 7 feet left. See if she rolls this one in.
Has a chance, misses on the amateur side. Just like amateur, but not.
Michael Abram, no problem at all.
Able to capitalize, rolls the rock up and in.
And Alexis Hios, good line, just a little too much pace, hits the back of the cup too hard. And Constantine finishes off his triple bogey, which will not be counting. But now from 6.5 feet, here's Ashlyn again, just cannot get these greens figured out. Some high scores we're seeing on this hole, Landon.
Yeah, it's embarrassing. All right, we are left with 2 tap-ins.
Alexis taps in for her bogey, and the par bogey from Team New York will actually take this hole, given that it was a par double bogey from Team London. It might be the first time that we've seen that high a score take a win on a hole, Landon.
Yeah, you just never want to see mediocrity take center stage, or it would remind me of the award that I got when I was a little kid for Best Singer for playing A Tree in the Hobbit.
Well, gosh, it's still an award. An award is an award, Landon.
You know,
get
that's
some
what we tear
recognition.
American kids these days, but are they, Emma? Are they?
I think they are. I'm sure that you were a beautiful singer.
No.
You have been watching Team London on one of the 7 2Vision Golf Zone simulators at the golf rooms in the UK, right there in London, England. Let's take an inside look more about the golf rooms.
It's just really close to my house. Came, checked it out, and I loved it. I love the tech. I love everything about it, really.
I was getting lessons from one of the founders at another golf course nearby, so he mentioned it to me. I had a lesson here with him, and when I saw the facility, I was like, okay, I need to join this place.
Yeah, we've got a nice membership base. Anyone that comes in at the beginning, once you show them the floor and the surfaces, it's a bit of a wow factor. We've got a nice repeat custom. So yeah, members really, really enjoy it. We've got a few members, like I say, the Sunday morning roll-up. We've got a Friday night. We've got various leagues throughout the week. We've got different match play events. we're a golf club. I think indoor golf in the next 5 years will go pretty big. Speed of play, we do a Sunday morning roll up here with the members. I've got 2 young kids at home. We tee off at 7:30. I'm home by 9:30. So like speed of play, the accuracy of the gameplay is as good as outdoor stuff. Weather doesn't impact it. And people are getting better. They're learning about their game quicker. They're learning why they do certain things. It's great.
Hole 13, par 5, 532 yards. This is gettable. 320-yard drive will just leave you a short 110-yard pitching wedge into the green. But look at that cool rendering of that, some sort of pond scenario we got over there. Giant bunker to catch wayward drives. Gigantic green to work with. I would say that you just want to fade a shot over that tree, taking the bunkers out of play, and then just hit a high, tasty draw with your second shot. 3 up New York. You almost hit the ball at the exact same time. You can see both of their balls flying through the air at the exact same time. New York finds the center of the fairway. Very, very nice pass. What do you think those little tee markers are? Those little conch shells?
I'm not sure. Difficult to say.
Surprising no one. Team London hits the LOB. Oh, and it gets a member's bounce. Wow, did they luck out.
Those are the kind of moments, Landon, where you just shut your mouth and you just take it.
Amen.
Now, Mike Constantine and Ashlyn Ramsey. Ashlyn just hangs on to the right part of the fairway, and Constantine way right into that hazard.
He needs to put that driver in jail.
There's probably a number of different places that it could go, Landon.
Yeah. I would say back in his golf bag is not one of them.
I just had
very nice pass, gets the train back on the tracks, and Emma Carpenter, the answer to the question of what's your favorite train is the Lionel Steam Locomotive 27B, one of the greatest powerhouses of all trains. Over 5,700 brake horsepower, can haul up to 200 carts, fully loaded with coal. What's that have to do with golf? You tell me. Back to the action. We are here in London. Flared out left foot, which will give him a deep hip turn through the ball, but that is a hooker's nightmare, and keeps that one straight into the beach. Guess he hasn't had a vacation in a very long time. They do live in London. Team London not making any eye contact or acknowledging each other in any way, shape, or form. Emma, you just gotta wonder, does the lack of physical intimacy of Team London amongst the camaraderie of their friends affects them? Do you think, maybe if they started hugging, kissing, something, would they play better?
Maybe, Landon. Maybe it would light a fire in them a little bit to get them a little bit of those happy, warm feelings.
Certainly light a fire in me, Emma Carpenter. Something like team-on-team action to get this competition heating up, both in competitive heat, but also, everybody would need a new pair of pants, if you know what I mean, or a dress. Heck, Emma, I can't tell you what to wear. Nice shot from Team London. Just gonna push out to the right. Very good save after hitting his golf ball out of bounds, disappointing his family and father, but it doesn't matter. He could hit 3 holes, 1 in a row, and he would not get any eye contact from anyone in the entire United Kingdom.
It's brutal, Landon. It's brutal. After you walk off after a good shot, do you love having that physical camaraderie of a high five or a fist bump or even a tender hug?
I play golf exclusively solo in my Carpenter. Very well documented. Golf is where I go to escape people. Some people like to go play golf with their friends. I go to the golf course personally to try to get away from people. Emma, would you rather play golf by yourself, barefoot, naked as a jaybird in the breeze, or with a group of 16 of your best gal pals?
Group of 16 of my best gal pals, and it's not even close, personally.
That is what makes the world go round. Different strokes for different folks, people, and you heard it here. That is what makes this sport absolutely beautiful. You can compete against yourself like I do and try to course record after course record, or you can get 3 of your best friends together who you think will help you win $150,000, and that is what is going on right now on the GOLFZON Tour. If you are just tuning in, I have no idea why. You should have been watching this match from the beginning, because this has just been a wild roller coaster of a match. Short stick in London, hitting it with the broadside of the Big Bend. That is a clock in central London. They are just rolling in. They probably made, maybe 150 putts worth of putts. London, another wild swing, 2 birdies in a row. A birdie is 1 under par. If you do not like golf and you are only here to see the beautiful, stunning Emma Carpenter's smile, that is how the sport works. Nice little chip from New York, but no matter what they do, they are going to lose this like a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest.
Now, that was a birdie from Team London, which means that it looks like it's all over for Team New York. The birdie from Team London. There will be now, Ashlyn is hitting her 6th shot. Ashlyn Ramsey, Michael Corbo, just 8 feet for his birdie.
Able to drop it. Ashlyn has had a pretty amazing career. Full stats on the 2016 LPGA Tour. #1 amateur in the world according to Golf Week from 2013 to 2014. Youngest player in 2014 on the United States Curtis Cup. First team ACC sectional as a freshman at Clemson University. One of 10 candidates for the Annika Sorenstam Award that you're not too unfamiliar with, Emma Carpenter, having worked with her in the past. I personally have directed Annika in a few different television commercials. She is just as warm and wonderful as a human being can get. Maybe if she was in London, she'd give him a hug. All right, we are going to see a replay of that beautiful birdie that got Team New York the dub. Let's see this. Team London, rather, rolls the rock in the heart. And then here is the second, another wild swing of the leaderboard, where the team went from 3 up, now back to 2 up in striking distance. Hole number 14, 452 yards. What do you see on this one, beautiful Emma Carpenter?
Hole 14, 452 yards. Definitely no easy hole. This is one of the most challenging holes, as it is carved delicately from those dense mangroves. Tee shot plays right to left. Fairway is nice and wide for these players. Right side of the fairway will give these guys the best angle into that elevated green. 2 really good shots are going to be required to reach this green in 2. And let's see if Michael Corbo can get it started with a good tee shot, which, how about that walk away?
Burned over. I think it's going to be right in the dead center of the fairway. 268-yard 3-wood. Not his best strike, but it will definitely take that at sea level. I have no idea what London is doing with the driver in their hands, because that is going to be a snap hook out of bounds. Saw that coming from a mile away. Smart play by Elon Musk Jr. getting out that 3-wood. They just need 2 golf balls in play here. They need their fairway finders. Nice steep backswing. See if he can shallow this out on the downswing and keep it from hooking. Yeah, nice pass there. Just going to be a nice push. It's on the right side of the fairway, but it is down safely. Oh no. Thank God Michael was able to put his driver in jail where it belongs and is clubbing down to a 3-wood, just going to try to find a second shot that's playable for once. And he's gonna do it. You can hear their silly English accent. No one understands what they're saying, but I assure you folks, it is some version of English.
Two balls in the fairway for Team London. Now this from the drop zone. This is Michael Liebram, a former rugby player turned golfer. Good recovery shot there. And over in New York, we know Michael Corbo has a beautiful tee shot right there in the fairway. Alexis Hios in the fairway as well. Now New York looking to go 3 for 3 with Ashlyn Ramsey.
Oh, hang on. Do not find that cart path. Oh, tin cup. Ball in the hazard, but should be playable. Team London there, he has a very nice setup and a very nice backswing, but right at the very top of his backswing, he reroutes the club and steepens out that swing plane, which does cause a bit of a slice. So for those of you at home, when you get to the top of that backswing, just try to follow the momentum of the club and get that club head behind your hand as opposed to rerouting it down into the left, and it will cure your slice almost instantly. And Team London there on the left side of the fairway, deep in that bunker, gonna be a tough par save from there, and that is going to be even tougher. Hit the ball into the lip of Bummertown. Emma Carpenter, everybody's wondering in the live chat, what is Emma Carpenter's favorite fish taco?
My favorite fish taco.
That's what the fans at home want to know.
Well, I am a big fish person. I don't typically order the fish tacos. I can tell you my favorite fish, though. My favorite fish is...
No one cares, Emma Carpenter.
Oh, okay.
Your favorite fish taco. But let's get back to the golf for now. While you think long and hard about that, the only correct answer is obviously Black and Bahi. He is put the ball on the sand trap lie, and he hits a nice buttery fluffy shot, just a little bit too fluffy. It's going to be about 40 feet short for his birdie putt. Another one in the sand. You think there's some type of gravity well in that bunker in Carpenter?
Yeah, there just might be a magnet over there. All of the players coming up just short left in that bunker. Luckily, they'll have a good amount of green to work with. Here's a very, very good chip over in London. That was Mike Constantine.
magnet indeed. Everybody knowing that the Earth's magnetic field is obviously caused by the dynamo effect of the liquid metal mantle of our Earth's core, creating a dynamo with our solid iron core, and it creates a very important magnetosphere which blocks us from the harmful solar winds. Otherwise, we would be cooked like a Christmas goose. New York is going to try to hit a nice, fluffy, buttery shot here, and just like Team London pulls up lame in the race, you wonder if he has money on Team London, and he's trying to throw the match because, man, oh man, after 6 shots, no one has got to the hole. Team London got very close to making another very lengthy putt, but as you just saw, they didn't. Carpenter, if you thought of your favorite fish taco.
Well, blackened mahi's definitely a good answer. I like tilapia a lot. I don't know, Landon, I'm not too picky with my fish tacos.
Blackened mahi was the correct answer. I didn't hear a word you said after you said that answer. You got that golf glove hanging seductively out of his back pocket. You wonder if that's just some type of taunt to Team London saying, "Come get me, suckers," or if that's just the place that he places his glove. That's the more likely scenario. Team London has a nice little kick in here for his par. Let's see if Swizzles McSpaddles can par, and he does. Nice one. His teammates will no doubt not touch him or look at him.
This is a must make, and she gets it done. Good par. That'll be what looks like par bogey for Team New York. And par bogey for Team London as well. I believe this will be a half hole.
Half hole, you see that golf ball popping back up. You know, a really cool thing about these golf simulators, I just can't talk enough about them, is their auto tee system. It automatically tees up your shot. Pretty darn cool. It's a 155-yard par 3, hole number 15. Has a little bunker there over to the left. I guarantee you at least one of these players is going to find it. Emma, do palm trees freak you out?
Palm trees, I love them, not on a golf course, Landon. I love them everywhere else. On a golf course, no bueno. I've gotten my golf ball stuck in a palm tree before, actually.
That is a story that a monkey would absolutely love to hear. Emma Carpenter, New York, gonna go ahead and hit a nice buttery shot up there. It's gonna find the green. How close is he gonna be? Close enough.
Wow. Wow, 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 Landon. What a shot. I tell you what, that could not have come at a better time because we were defining it earlier. If Team GOLFZON Social in Brooklyn, New York wins this hole, London will be dormy.
Off finish, one-handed finish. Finds the left side of the fairway. 2 average shots, 1 great shot, 1 average shot. That equals 2 average shots from Team New York. Let's see if this competitive female golfer, it's like a golfer, but with an extra syllable, Ashlyn Ramsey, one of the best, most accomplished female players on their team, can't find a playing surface. We haven't seen it flashes of brilliance out of Ashlyn. You wonder if the pressures get to her because she has had a storied career at Clemson. She turned professional after her freshman year.
Wow. Very, very impressive.
And now she's got a podcast called The Betting Limit. Works full time for the Post, founded by former NFL player Christian. No clue who that is, but I am not a football fan.
as Ashlyn steps up for her birdie putt from 47 feet. Here is Michael Liebram as well. Like I said, from Scotland, been playing golf for 6 years after an injury ended his rugby career. He said the British weather is really what got him into the indoor golf, but he loves to play all summer long. He got to a single-digit handicap in his first year of playing golf. You know who that reminds me of, Landon?
Tiger Woods.
Reminds me of you.
Oh. Reminds me of Tiger Woods. I don't like to compare myself to other people, but I certainly have a lot in common with Sweatpants Gooch.
Have you ever played rugby, Landon?
No, I have bones like glass, and I would shatter like a poorly made British tea kettle.
Boy.
I am on my 3rd elbow surgery for my right elbow and a just devastated left shoulder. We're at a 9-hour shoulder reconstruction. I'm just not sure how much more my body can handle. Almost made it on the back tour. Watch out, OnlyFans. He's got your number, London. Just barely missed it on the back side.
Boy, well, Landon, I'm very sorry to hear about all your surgeries. You know, I wish you the absolute best. The golf world needs you to keep on playing. And how about this putt from Alexis Eos? That was absolutely huge from 12.5 feet for par. And now here's Michael Corbo with just 2 feet for his birdie.
Think he's gonna blow it, Emma? How funny would that be?
I don't think so. It doesn't seem to be doing much. Just a dead straight uphill birdie putt. And that is well done.
Well, Carpenter, have you ever missed a 2-footer?
Oh, sure. I sure have.
Oh, boy. New York is going to pull this one away from Team London.
The Golf Zone Tour would not be the Golf Zone Tour without the golf rooms and the Golf Zone Social in London and in Brooklyn, New York. Let's take an in-depth look at the owners of these establishments.
Bringing GolfZone technology to the New York City market is really exciting. Technology is going to continue to have a massive impact in the golf industry.
So I used to be at a driving range, and what I used to find was when people practiced, they weren't practicing, they were just hitting balls. So being a teacher, you're told to tell people to practice after the lesson, but they don't know what they're practicing. They don't know if they're doing it right, they don't know if they're doing it wrong, they're just hitting balls and hoping it gets better. Now, when you leave them with a specific view on the camera, a specific bit of data, they're practicing the right stuff, and they can now see if they're getting better or not. So for me, the data behind it is superb.
We have players that come in consistently to practice, and they tell us that it's translated into their outdoor game.
We're really key on what does a customer need to really enjoy it and want to come back and have a great time, whether you're a golfer or a non-golfer. And I feel like we do a really great job of encapsulating all of that through the food and beverage and the sports bar atmosphere, but then also having hands down the world's best golf simulators. I mean, these things cannot be beat.
Even those number of our guests that have been to other facilities with other companies, when they come in and see the level of our technology, it absolutely blows them away. When they experience the move-in swing plate, we have 5 different surfaces they can play from. The camera-based system, the graphics.
That creates a really cool experience that people maybe haven't seen before.
And I think that just gives us a really great sense of accomplishment.
Team London is dormy, 3 down with 3 holes left to play. These are going to be some really exciting holes. Hopefully we can keep this match going up until the very end. Hole number 16, they call this the birdie hole of the back 9. So it'll be really interesting to see how these two teams match up on this hole. You can see it's a pretty severe dogleg left to right. Fairly wide fairway by the standards of this golf course we're here today. The green also is pitched pretty severely left to right, well guarded by bunkers left and right. So we are going to need to see some real solid golf shots Hopefully this water just right in front of him doesn't come into play at all.
I'll hold my beer, my biscuits and crumpet, because I'm going to hit a draw on a fade hole and finds the fairway.
He has been just automatic with that draw. He hits a high power draw off the tee every single time. And you know what? Sometimes if you trust it, you trust it.
That's right. Elon Musk light. Oh, very nice turn through the golf ball. He finally synced one up. Very nice pass. Couple good drives from both the teams. They're finding their special secret sauce, and the secret sauce is the timing. Looks like a PXG driver there. She doesn't have her left foot flared out all that much, so she restricts her hip movement. Now that will result in less distance off the tee, but it will give you more accuracy. So for those of you at home who are struggling with accuracy, try to bring the left foot, if you're flaring it out a lot, square that thing a little bit up and it'll restrict your hip turn and make you square up your club face a little bit more. Restricted movements cause a more square club face, and that, I think we just saw the classic London OB.
Wow, and I believe that was the only one as well. 5 golf balls in the fairway, and Michael Liebram, who's been real solid player for Team London going in the hazard, is not a great start, knowing that London has to win this hole.
Oh man, and he's just feeling a little bit better about himself because a storied amateur and professional golfer just found the OB as well. She will be taking a penalty stroke there. As far as things are concerned, Team London and Team New York are pretty even now. Nice, powerful cut on that golf hole, and that will find the playing surface of the green. If it rolls out just short, will not have an eagle.
Wow, this being a really gettable par 5. We've got Alexis Hios just right there, short of the green with an eagle chip. Now Corba with iron in hand for New York, and as well as iron in hand for Monty Holcomb in London.
Both players begging for it to be the club, and neither of them had a club. Both of them short and right in that bunker. This is hole number 16. Where's the match sit, Emma Carpenter?
New York is 3 up, so that means that this is a must win for London. Must win, or that will be the match today.
We are dormy on hole number 6. Thank God for Emma Carpenter not doing her Black Friday shopping. I did just pick up a wonderful heated blanket, though. Nice shot from Team New York and Ashlyn Ramsey.
Monty Holcomb from the bunker.
Very nice touch, Monty. Unlike Team London, not a team of touchers.
Alexis for her eagle chip. She'll have an uphill putt left for her birdie. As now Mike Liebram steps up. He found the hazard off the tee, so this is a birdie chip. We'll be looking to get up and down for par, but even better, he knows that he likely needs to hold this.
Team London needs something absolutely miraculous happen to stay in this. If you think a okay chip is miraculous, it is not. I don't know if they are going to be able to do this. Emma, you think that Team New York is going to just put them away on this hole?
I do, Landon. I don't see how Team London is going to be able to win this hole.
Well, Emma, they would have to win by having a lower score than Team New York.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Well, having golfed nearly your entire life, it is absolutely mind-boggling you didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. Now here, this is really, really important. This could be the match right here. There's a putt from Monty over in... Wow, Monty over in London, and that's a birdie. That is huge. A birdie from Corbo as well. Wow.
He just slapped his thigh. I think that is some type of aside to the driver off the deck Instagram influencer, the Dodd King. Oh, tries to answer back, but does not fall.
So we have 2 birdies, one in New York and one in London.
Remember that London has to win for this match to continue. They cannot tie. Must make for London. He finds a way to lift this out from 6 feet 4 inches. The match will be over. He has never shook in his sweatpants harder than he is shaking now. And when you shake in sweatpants, boy oh boy, can you see everything. Automatic.
Alexis Eos taps in her par, and the birdie par from Team New York, that will do it. The halved hole. New York wins 3-2. Golf Zone Social in Brooklyn, New York. Their brand new location just opened early this summer. Game over in round 1 of the inaugural Golf Zone Tour. New York is one step closer to winning $150,000.
No, you just wonder if London is thinking, we lost $150,000, but at least my dad finally touched me. You see some congratulatory shakes of the losing team, getting some condolences from the different goers of this event. It gathers some sort of spectators from different people. Emma, you wonder if the swing that caused this match to be a loss from Team London was just because of the lack of open mouth kisses.
It could definitely be due to a number of things, Landon. I think that at the end of the day, it all just boils down to the consistency. What we saw from Michael Corbo from Team New York was really something special. He was making pars and birdies pretty quietly the entire match, just keeping the team in it. And sometimes with this match play, it's just a matter of what goes on each hole. A couple of the times that London won the hole, they won by a couple of strokes, but they only got 1 point in the match. So I think that the way that things shook out for Team New York today, it was definitely really well deserved, but we saw some really phenomenal play from all 3 players. How about that chip-in that you called for Alexis Eos? Amazing.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant play out of her today. She was absolutely automatic off the team. And Mike was just slam jamming the drivers down the fairway. Another little beautiful putt from Alexis again. She was the momentum saver, got a little birdie dance there, was trying to transform into some sort of bird, but because of the way that our bodies are made up, we are not able to shift. We would all like to turn into a bird and fly away, fly far, far away. But, there's just no escaping the reality of our situations. We will never turn into birds. No matter how many birdies and eagles we get, we will always be human beings. Am I right, Emma Carpenter?
Yeah, you're absolutely right about that, Landon. But even though these players weren't birds today, I mean, they fly away victorious. They really do out of Team New York. Unfortunately, the run for London will be over. But like we mentioned, Team Brooklyn, New York, just one step closer to that $150,000. I want to thank you for tuning in today. My name is Emma Carpenter. I'm joined by Landon Ashworth. You've been watching the GOLFZON Tour. Stay tuned for the rest of the tour.
Toodaloo.